Okay, so we're going to continue with June 2007 foundation tier, and this is paper 2, and we're going to continue on with question 7 onwards. So if you want to have a look at question 7, you just have a go at it, then we'll go through it in a few seconds. Okay, so for 7a, we're given a formula. C is equal to 2 times A plus 3 times B, and it asks us to calculate C whenever A is 4 and B is 2. So what we're going to do here is we're going to substitute A is equal to 4. So anytime we see the letter A, we're going to substitute the number 4, and B, anytime we see the letter B, we're going to substitute 2. So here's our formula. C is equal to 2 times A, which is 4, 2 times 4, plus 3 times B, which is 2, 3 times 2, so that's 8, plus 6 is 14. And again, second part then is calculate C when A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 9. So again, we're going to substitute A is equal to 0, B is equal to 9 into the same formula. So we've got 2 times A, which is 2 times 0, because A is equal to 0, plus 3 times B, which is 3 times 9. So 2 times 0 is 0, 3 times 9 is 27. So 27 add 0 gives us the answer 27. And then the third part, part C, then calculate B this time whenever C is 27 and A is 8. And again, this is a substitution question. So wherever we see the letter C, we're going to substitute the number 27. Wherever we see the letter A, we're going to substitute the number 6. So there's our formula written out again. C this time is 27. So we'll write 27 underneath C equals 2 times A, which is 2 times 6, plus 3 times B. We don't know what B is yet. So 27 is equal to 12 plus 3B. Now at this stage we've got a little formula here, and we want to move this 12 across to the other side of the equation, over to the other side of the equal sign, to be with the 27. And whenever we move that plus 12 across, it becomes minus 12. So now we end up with 27 minus 12 equals 3B. So that's 27 minus 12 is 15. So 15 is equal to 3B. So now we have to work out what is B. So we've got 3 multiplied by B. So we want to do the opposite of multiply by 3, which is divide by 3. So B then is 15 divided by 3, which is 5. Okay, so have a look at question 8. Just stop the video and have a go at it. We'll go through it in a few seconds. Okay, so I've circled the key bits of information in this question 8. So the car we're interested in is a Legato LX. That's this column here. And Michael bought it by installments. So we're looking at this information here under the installments section. So how much extra did he spend buying the car by installments instead of by cash? So first of all, we need to work out the installment price. So hopefully you can see by installments it's 59 monthly payments of £219.30. We can work that out there using our calculator. Plus there's an initial payment. Again, for this car, the Legato LX, the initial payment is £455. So we need to add that to the installments. So we get a total installment price of $13,393.70. But the question asked how much extra was that compared to the cash price. So we need to look and find out how much is the cash price of the Legato. That's this column here. There's our Legato cash price, $10,495. So we need to work out what's the difference between the installment price here and the cash price. So we're going to subtract those to get our answer 2898.70. Okay, have a look at question 9. We'll go through it in a few seconds. Okay, so in question 9, I've circled the key bits of information. Kelly bought a pair of sandals for €49. Then she came home and saw an identical pair of sandals, this time at £39.99p. Right, we get an exchange rate, £1 is equal to €1.48, and the question says calculate the difference in the price of the two pairs in pounds. So because they want the difference in pounds, we need to make sure that both the prices are converted to pounds. So we've got €49 here, we need to convert €49 to pounds. So how do we do that? We're given that £1 is equal to €1.48. So we're going to change euros into pounds. So what do you notice? That 1.48 only gives you £1. So when you change from euros to pounds, you end up, the number gets less. So you end up with a less number of pounds. And that's a big clue. That's telling you that you're going to divide by 1.48. So to convert from euros to pounds, you need to divide by 1.48. So we're going to divide the €49 by 1.48, and that gives us an answer of £33.108. And when we round that to the nearest penny, it's 33.11 pennies. So we already know that the one she bought at home cost £39.99. So the difference between those two prices, £39.99 and £33.11, is £6.88. So the answer is £6.88. Okay, have a look at question 10 and we'll go through it after you've had a chance to do it. Okay, question 10, we're given a statement here and we're told it's true. Any number multiplied by an even number is even. So that's an example of a true statement. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2, which is even. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, which is even, and so on. Any number multiplied by an even number is even. But they're asking us now to check this statement here. Any number multiplied by an odd number is odd. And they're saying give an example to show that this is not true. So we're going to try different examples of multiplying a number by any odd number. So remember, the odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are the odd numbers, which I'm sure you know already. So we're going to try multiplying numbers by any odd number to see if we can find an answer that's even. So there's 4 multiplied by 5, which is an odd number, gives us 20, which is an even answer. 2 multiplied by 3, which is another odd number, also gives us an even number, 6. So there's a couple of examples to prove that that statement is not true, that in fact that you get an even answer, not an odd answer. Okay, so there's question 11. If you want to switch off the video and have a go at that. Okay, so in question 11 you were told that there's a 5-sided spinner with A, B, C, D, E on it, and there's also an ordinary dice. And they're going to spin the spinner and roll the dice, and they want us to work out all the outcomes or results from spinning the spinner and rolling the dice. And we do this in this table. It's called a two-way table, or sometimes it's called a sample space diagram. So we can put what would happen on the dice. We can get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6 on an ordinary dice. And on the spinner, there's A, B, C, D, E, and we're going to write down all the different results we can get. So along this row, we're going to get all A's on the spinner. So we could get A in the spinner, 1 on the dice, A1, A in the spinner, 2 in the dice, and so on. This one would be all B's on the spinner. So B1, B2, B3, and so on. So we can write down all the different outcomes. So hopefully you can see there, once you've completed the whole table, it shows 6 multiplied by 5. So there's 5 rows, each with 6 results in it. So it's a total of 30 possible outcomes or results. The second part of the question then asks, the game can only begin by spinning an A, C or E along with the 6. So in other words, you must get an A6, a C6 or an E6 to get the game started. So they're saying, what's the probability of getting one of these combinations, either A6, C6 or E6? So when you look at the table, hopefully you can see that there's only 3 results that are A6. There's A6, there's C6, and there's E6. So there's only 3 ways to get those results. So the probability then is going to be 3 out of the total number of results, which is 30. So the answer is 3 over 30 or 1/10. Okay, so have a look at question 12 and we'll have a go at it yourself. We'll go through it. Okay, question 12, part A. You're given a diagram with various lengths and angles shown on it, and then it says find the area of the trapezium ABCD. So that's A, B, C, D. First thing you need to remember is there's a formula sheet at the front of the paper, on the inside page, and it tells you the formula for the area of a trapezium. So you can see it there. Area is half of the A plus B, the 2 parallel sides A and B. So you add those lengths together and take half of that and then multiply by this perpendicular height between the 2 parallel sides. So let's look at what we've got here. So we've got our trapezium, and I've just drawn it again here. We've got 9 centimeters along this side, 6 centimeters along this side, and 7 plus 5 makes 12 along here. So these are the 2 parallel sides here. So remember, our formula says add the 2 parallel sides together, A plus B. So that's going to be 6 plus 9, and we're going to take half of that, and then we're going to multiply by this perpendicular distance between the 2 parallel sides, which is 12. So that's 6 plus 9 is 15. Take half of that is 7.5 multiplied by 12 gives us our answer 90 centimeters squared. Okay, the second part of that says then find the area of triangle BCE. Now that's this triangle here. I've redrawn the shape again. We've already found the area of the whole trapezium, ABCD, but they want this area in here, this unshaded area. And the way we're going to find that is we're going to take away the area of these 2 triangles. We're going to work those out and take them away from the total area of the trapezium that we worked out in the first part of the question. So you need to remember the area of a triangle is half times the base length by the perpendicular height. So let's look at ABE. We've got 7 along the base. We've got 6 for the perpendicular height. So 7 times 6 divided by 2 is 42 divided by 2, which is 21. And then area of triangle CDE. Again, we've got 5 for the base, 9 for the perpendicular height. So it's 9 times 5. We have to divide that by 2. So it's 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. So we're going to add those 2 areas of the triangles together. Gives us 43.5. And remember, we have to subtract that from the total area of the trapezium, which we worked out as 90. So it's 90. Take 43.5 is 46.5.